Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Kusnia, and in here I want to tell you the article review and title is Instagram Post Writing Caption Through Process Approach in Developing Writing Skill by Maulia FVV and Vika Megawati. Do you know, based on a report from We Are Social, the number of active social media users in Indonesia is 167 million people in January 2023. And the time spent playing social media in Indonesia reached 3 hours 18 minutes every day. It is true that we live in the digital era, which of course cannot be far from social media, which has many benefits for us. And one of the benefit of social media is as a platform to developing writing skill. But not all social media can be used to developing writing skill because it has different function. And the right social media to use to developing writing skill is Instagram. How? So in this article, it will be explained that Instagram can be used as a platform to developing writing skill. In this digital era, social media is not only for communication, but it can be defined as a platform for teaching and learning writing, like Instagram. It is supported by Musonera 2018 found that Instagram has become one of the fastest growing social media in the world. From that statement, Instagram can be applied for learning English writing by using its features. And Anggia 2019 also explained that several features on Instagram can support students to practice their writing. It also allows students to share photo or video, add caption, use filters, tag other account, and so on. One of them that the students are able to use to practice writing is adding caption on their posts. Like Triwinarsi 2019 state that the students are able to organize their writing, which is using Instagram by adding caption as a way to developing their ability in writing. On the other hand, besides using Instagram caption for the learning process of the context, you need to pay attention to other things. Like Maharani 2017 mentioned that students should notice in the writing process because it is the important role of writing. Therefore, teacher needs appropriate strategies or approaches for students to compose their writing. One of them is process approach. According to Hammer 2004, there are four steps in planning, drafting, editing, and final version. In planning step, the student have to determine the purpose of writing. Then they have to think about the language style and the content. And in the drafting step, the students start to write. They need to focus on developing their ideas and organization. The student must check again their draft in editing step. If there are mistakes, they should revisit into a correct writing. And the last step is final version. The student have completed all of the process. The result of their writing is ready to be sent or published, and the readers will read their writing outcomes. And next is method. In this study, the researchers use quantitative method as the research method. And the sample of this study were 10th grade students of multimedia major at one of vocational school in Pasuruan, Regency, East Java, Indonesia. The researchers only used two classes, namely Multimedia 1 and Multimedia 2 as the sample. Multimedia 1 is the control group which was taught by using conventional teaching, while Multimedia 2 class as the experimental group which was given a treatment using Instagram caption through process approach. The researchers used tests for the data instrument. The test was given twice, including pre-test and post-test, and it was given to the both of control and experimental class. And next is procedures. In the pre-test, the researchers made a research plan before giving pre-test, and both of class were given a pre-test to know the capability in English before giving a treatment. And the pre-test is write a short story about their unforgettable moments. And the treatment section, The researchers give treatment in the experimental group using Instagram caption through process approach. Analyze in the post-test section, both of class give a post-test by making personal recontext which topic was their bad or good experience. And next is data analysis. For analyzing the data, the researchers used a statistical calculation using Microsoft Excel. It was calculated after collecting the data of pre-test and a post-test. Furthermore, it was used to find out the mean score of pre-test and a post-test for both of control and experimental group. The researchers knew the different result of the experimental group, which was taught using Instagram caption through process approach, and the control group, which was not taught using Instagram caption. In addition, the researchers used three stakes of analyzing the data, which were normality test, homogeneity test, and hypothesis test. And in the other words, maybe it's independent sample test. And next is the result. There is a learning activities you can see. There is a control group and experimental group. There is a meeting 1 and meeting 2. You can see the difference between control group and the experimental group. The control group learning with conventional teaching, and the experimental group learning with the Instagram caption. Next is this is Instagram of Multimedia 2 student, namely at 1B Multimedia 2. It had 56 followers and it followed 25 users who are the teacher and member of Multimedia 2. And this is an example of caption the context. After the student post caption, the teacher give a feedback. And this is the result. The result of the student writing show that the mean score of Multimedia 2 class as an experimental group was 75.73 and the mean score of Multimedia 1 as a control class was 66.33. And this, the normality test was identified that the data of pretest and a post-test of experimental and a control class have a normal distribution. And next, the homogeneity test showed that the value of observed F less than F table. In addition, the data of post-test homogeneous stroke showing the value of observed F less than F table. The calculation of independent sample test showed that observed t value 3.70 more than t table 2.30. It means that the value of observed t is higher than t table with a 0.05 mistake. It means the result is 95% significant. In other words, there is a significant effect of Instagram caption through process approach to student in writing recontext. And the next is conclusion. Based on the result of the data that has been analyzed by the researchers, using Instagram caption through process approach give a positive effect in learning writing recontext. The researchers also can state that using Instagram caption is an effective way for students to learn writing recontext and develop the student writing. The use of Instagram is also supported with process approach for guiding the student in generating ideas until publishing the writing. So I think that's all for me. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.